Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brennan, and welcome back to another Abyssal Legendary Hero Battle. Today we are taking on Blazing Knight Eliwood, who despite his title and his artwork, is not a fire hero. But he has the wonderful Gold Knight headpiece, which actually doesn't look bad for a gold accessory. Some of them look kind of awkward, but this one actually looks cool. And his map, honestly, probably the easiest map for me personally, at least in recent memory, but maybe even overall out of all legendary heroes and mythic heroes. Only took me about an hour to come up with a solution, and that's with swapping skills and seals around and whatnot. First of all, it separates our units, kind of like Duma's map, making it a little harder to rely on buffs. Either you have to spend a turn regrouping, letting the enemy kind of set up, or you're gonna have to just deal with it for a while. But aside from that, the other big gimmick on this map is all these units have the same attack, so they all get buffed by Ardent Durandal and Vision of Arcadia, except this blue Manakete, who I'm pretty sure is just here on the map to trigger Vision of Arcadia. Lots of buffs flying around. To combat them, we have leading the charge, Best Daughter Morgan, with dull ranged, actually to combat those buffs. Also Keen Blarwolf. Eliwood's really fast, hard to take him out in one round. Because we can't double him, instead we're going with Cavalry Effectiveness, just to ensure we take him out in one hit. I think the last time I actually used my Wolf Tome was against Roy as well, which is kind of funny. Using the same tome to take out both father and son, it's somewhat poetic, I suppose. Other than that, drawback keeps allies glued to her for attack speed bond. Close counter lets us counter at close range. Useful mostly at the beginning of the map. And Soul keeps us topped off. I was running Aether, but it was actually getting kills a little too fast. So instead we're taking Soul just to get that healing, but not get the kills as fast. Big Sis Camilla, finally +9, is running her standard DC support setup. She's also running Soul, but for the opposite reason. Her special wasn't charging fast enough, but she still needed that HP regen, so that helps here. Quick riposte, I was running attack speed bond on her, or no, I think it was speed res bond, but she wasn't able to. Morgan was missing a kill, so we needed to drive attack, and then when we took that off, she was getting doubled by a green mage. So quick riposte just ensures that she gets that double, and drive attack ensures Morgan gets her kill as well. Big Bro Xander running his standard Siegfried and double distant defense setup. Not too much to say about this, although distant defense 4, similar to Morgan's dull ranged, is nice for all the buffs flying around on the ranged units at least. And then finally Klein is running his Argent Bow support set. Argent Bow and Death Blow and Moon Bow give him offensive power, while attack speed, link drive speed, and Death Tactic give him some team support. Just really nice and useful on this map. Does some hitting and does some support. Just very helpful. So with all of that rambling out of the way, let's actually get into the map. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people just mute me because I talk too much. We're going to have our team set up like so. Our dark-haired flyer girls on this side, and our blonde-haired boys over here. Camilla's going to start things off by repositioning Morgan and get her able to move into range of these two over here, but we want to keep our attack speed bond buff. So we're going to draw Camilla back up with us, and now we're in range. Similar story over here with Klein. We're going to draw back Xander, even though Xander can reach the enemy range on his own. We just want to trigger our link skill, get those buffs, and now Xander can move into position. Everyone gets bonus doubler, and the sword fighter gets rallied before coming in. Unfortunately, our dull range does not affect him, so we still take a decent chunk of damage, even with weapon triangle advantage. Axe Cavalier comes and attacks Xander. We get the double off, charge our bonfire. Bow fighter attacks, and with quick riposte and bonfire, we double back. Just barely miss the kill, but set things up for later. Blue Cavalier attacks Morgan, charges up our soul, and we're just going to heal all the way back up, or not quite all the way, but heal most of the way back up, and take him out with a double from our Wolf Tome. Next, we want to deal some more damage to this sword fighter, so we're going to move Camilla back just one square, keep our bond up, but move Morgan in to deal some damage, set him up for the kill next turn when he attacks into us again, and get out of the way of Eliwood, so that he doesn't rush down and kill us with Blazing Flame. Next, Klein will attack Axe Cavalier. We only do 0 times 4, but with Moonbow, we actually do, surprise, 14 damage. Not a ton, but it sets things up for later. And once again, we're going to have Xander reposition out of the way and tank some hits. Everyone gets bonus doubler again. Get some healing and buffing going on, but first things first, Axe Cavalier comes in and attacks us. We can't get the kill, but that's alright. Once again, just setting up for later. The sword fighter, however, will get killed on the counterattack. We only heal for a pitiful 3 damage though, unfortunately. Or 3 HP rather. Bow fighter attacks, and with their moonbow, they do 11 damage, but we take them out. Turn 3, we're just going to have Morgan lead things off by taking out Eliwood. With our Wolf Tome, we don't need to double, we just take him out right away. Now we want Camilla to just pull Morgan out of the way since she's so beat up, and get in range to tank this green mage who is very fast. Gonna have Klein attack the Axe Cavalier. With Moonbow, we can take him out. And we want to get away from the Lance Cavalier, so Xander's just going to pull him out of the way. Next up, Red Manakete destroys that wall, and the Green Mage attacks Camilla. Does a good bit of damage, but with Quick Riposte, we double back. And our special's charged. We're going to send Morgan up to take on the Red Manakete. This is why we need Drive Attack. Otherwise, we just barely miss the kill. Took her out. And now we're going to send Klein over to draw Camilla back, trigger the Link skill, so Camilla's got some nice buffs, and we're going to have Xander reposition Camilla over. It's tempting to bring her over to attack the Lance Cavalier, but then we're in range of the Sword Dragon, so she's just going to chill there. Pass turn. Let the Lance Cavalier come to attack us instead, and we're just going to heal up all that damage we took. Probably shouldn't have brought a Sapphire Lance, bro. Next turn, we're going to send Camilla over to attack the Cleric. Mostly just so that she's out of the way and keeps these two occupied. But now that she's out of the way, we can have Morgan draw Klein back up, trigger his Link skill, and come over and attack the Sword Dragon. Get her off the field. And now we want poor injured Morgan out of the way of this Axe Cavalier, so Xander's just going to tank for her. Cleric attacks Camilla. And we're just going to barely miss the kill. Seems to be the theme of this map. The Blue Manakete attacks and does almost nothing to us, but in turn we're also doing not much to them because they have a massive HP pool. Axe Cavalier comes to attack Xander, does 1 damage, and eats a bonfire, as well as a double, so they're out of the way. Next, we're going to send Klein up to attack this blue Manakete. Get some damage on her. And Camilla's going to reposition Klein out of the way so that she can tank the rest of the blue Manakete. And we're just going to leave Xander here chilling in range of the Bowflyer and pass. First, that blue Manakete gets healed up. The Bowflyer comes down to attack Xander. Couldn't finish him off, but we are still standing. The blue Manakete comes down, once again trying to attack Camilla, but just not doing a whole lot. They do have Miracle though, but it doesn't save them. Alright. Next we're going to send Xander up to take out the Bowflyer. And now we want to move him out of the way. So, actually, I think we want Camilla to come over and attack the Cleric. And I was going to have Morgan pull Xander out of the way, but instead we're going to have her move over one square onto this lava tile, so that Klein doesn't have to stay in range of the green bow unit. And we're going to have Klein draw back Xander instead, get him to safety. And now once again we're just gonna kind of retreat. Pull Xander back, move Camilla, move Camilla over and Xander over there, and Morgan can just stay there for now. Alright, just kind of moving these guys around, kiting them. We're going to have Xander reposition Klein, get some buffs going, and Camilla just keep kiting everyone around. That green bow unit will come down and attack Xander. Can't finish him and off with Xander since we're out of QR range, but we did do a good chunk of his HP, and Klein can finish the job. Bam. And all that's left is this red Manakete. We can just kind of regroup, get Morgan up here with the rest of the group. And yeah, I think we're good to just hit the red Manakete, heal up with Soul, and Xander can finish it. There we go. Xander the Dragon Slayer. And done. There we go. That wasn't so bad. And we got the Gold Knight headpiece. So with that, another legendary hero is defeated. And hopefully you maybe got some ideas if you were struggling with this map. Thank you as always so much for watching. And until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brennan and the Angel Army signing out.